Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are you all doing this evening? Sorry for the technical difficulties, but mom life, CEO life, something you have to deal with all the different ups and downs. But I am so excited to be on today. We are talking about branding today. All the questions about brand. So if you have questions about branding, put hashtag branding on the chat so we can know that you're there. I'm gonna probably, hopefully, I know the last time I was going on, some people could not see the comments. I am hoping to be able to see comments from YouTube, from Facebook, from all different things as you're coming on. Let's know who is coming on. We're going to be having a couple of people on stage, but I am Coach Marlene Paul, and I help women who are fighting for life in their business to get more visible, more productive, and take their brand to the next level. And guess who's joining me today? One of my business besties is hopping on today with me. And I just called her last minute, talking about branding. Abby, I hope you're ready. You can give me a thumbs up if you're ready, if you're ready to come on. But the five that you said not ready yet. She's not ready yet. She is not ready yet. But if you have any question for us, uh, no, I'm not calling everybody my business bestie now. Okay. Lauren just saying that I have a couple of business besties. I know everybody is my business besties, but I have some close business bestie Laurens that I have that are in my inner circle. So y'all are my inner circle business bestie. Y'all know that already too. So yeah, I oh, you ready now, Abby? I'm bringing Abby on, the one and only Miss Abby Souffrant. Come on in. There you go. I have to like put you all on the spot right there.
Go ahead, Marley. It's fine on me, honey.
Go ahead.
Hey,
Go to your intro. Tell me your intro because we're talking about branding tonight. We're talking about everything branding.
and she gonna put me on the spot, and she gonna critique me and get me together. That's okay. That's fine. I need business besties that'll get you. Hey, all right, y'all. What's going on, y'all? If y'all are new, don't know who I am, what's going on? My name is Abby Souffrant. I am your shopping contract queen. I help small businesses offer their products and services to the number one customer in the world, the government.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm here to help y'all get the bag. It's as simple as that. I understand contracting a lot. I have my company has been awarded 1.3 million in the last fiscal year doing government contracting, and we are on the road to surpassing that number. And so I just want to help out my community for these opportunities that I see on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
And I need more of y'all really, because I know I overload Marlene with a lot. I overload Lauren, who's the other business bestie, a lot. And there's too much just even for the three of us. It is not possible. It is not possible for all of us to handle, manage, maintain any of all these contracts. There's just too much. You talk about like overload. It's overload times 10, but it's a good place to be in if you're a business owner and you're looking just to scale higher, looking for another customer. And this customer is great because they pay and they pay well. And there's not a lot of competition in the field depending on what you do, but that's why you have me to guide you through that process. So
Yeah. And then now we're talking about, so we bring it in there with branding because I'm there thinking, it got nothing to do with this, but with government contract, it has everything to do with that too, because branding is not your logo, it's how they see you. And if you think they're not looking at you, they're looking at you. They're
they,
looking at you. Look, hey, Abby W.
hey, Abby's in the house. Listen, y'all need an Abby in your life, okay? Everybody needs an Abby in their life.
Yeah. I'm like this is the one. Abby is the one that was the one who was a catalyst to my branding journey. I'm gonna just say that out there because I had one consultation with her and she took a look at my website and she said, "Girl, who are you talking to?" Basically, in a nutshell, she said it nicer than that, but basically, who are you selling to? Because I like it. I said, I like it. It made me feel good. But it's like, yeah, but you're not selling to yourself. you know And then I was thinking I had to change everything around, and then I showed to my sister, who is the one who's like my creative director at that time. And she's like, I gave you your color palette, but I didn't tell you to vomit it all over your website. there's a balance
Yeah.
on how to put your color in that. So it's beyond, I say it's beyond the logo, because it's just the way you want your customers to see you and how they feel about you.
Okay.
So, and it begins with your story.
Mm.
It begins with your story because of why. What it says you're silly. Thank you. Yeah, I can be silly, but like we had a conversation, that 90-minute conversation. I wish I had nothing planned right after, because I think it would have gone deeper. But I think that's what I needed, because God told me I need to schedule a call with her.
Mm.
And I was being, well, how you drag your feet.
Raise your hand if you drag your feet.
Yes, if you drag your feet and didn't listen to what God told you to do.
Mm.
But that's what put some fire in me. And then just to reevaluate, okay, who am I advertising to? And I don't know, can I even show you guys my original site? Because I did keep that site. That site.
Baby, go ahead. Cause listen, while you pulling that up, because we want to see it. I want to see it. People oftentimes feel like when you're running a business, one, you have to have it perfect from the beginning, as if, got to have all the bells and whistles. No, because you find yourself draining yourself of resources and not having the proper messaging. And honestly, many of us who have been in business have shifted and pivoted multiple times, especially with our brand, with our colors, with our messaging, with our objective. It doesn't mean that we stopped business. We've just fine-tuned it, right? Because at some point in your business, you have to know who is your avatar, who are you exactly talking to. You're talking to one person. There is one person who needs your products and services. And in the beginning, we tend to be like, okay, well, there's an audience I'm reaching to. And sometimes we get caught up by like the audience effect, like, like, where's Waldo, right? Like my person's in this world. Where's Waldo's somewhere in here, right? But you have to identify Waldo wears a red hat. Waldo is a white man. Waldo has a striped shirt. Waldo loves to travel, right? Waldo uses points to be everywhere, right? So you have to be extremely detailed in that. That's why branding is important. I'm in this branding phase right now of pivoting literally right now, but that's okay. That doesn't mean I don't do what I do in excellence. It just means that I'm just shifting, and everyone ain't your customer. That's okay.
Yep.
Okay. The price has gone up. Like the prices today on my website are there until I change it. But and if you don't get it before I change it, they going up. I'm let y'all know right now. Yeah. Whenever my team gets to it, is going up, right? So. Yes. And I like, and I'm the same way too, because we use the same platform for our websites. How we can duplicate it and stuff like that. So I actually still have some of my old websites when I first started. Baby, they're terrible. They are terrible. I don't know who I was talking to. The colors all over the place. Too many words.
Let me know y'all ready to see my first website, because it's beyond that. So I'm gonna put myself out there.
Put yourself out there, girl.
I'm getting naked and unashamed. Share my screen. Can I even find it? Let's see. Okay, this one.
How many screens you got open?
So, yeah, how much screen I have open? So since I switched over to the Pro, this is the old one, but you can't. This is how it looked before.
Ooh, child.
I didn't know what I was doing.
It's a good start.
Yeah, I was thinking, I like, okay, look at my pictures. But you know what? At that time I was proud of this picture, because it's like my that was 2020 branding for my photo shoot. I was like, okay, this was my services. Like I had picked my brain. I was like my basic side. I'm thinking I was trying to get up there. My coach, I don't even do these anymore like this.
The price has gone up.
The price gone up. I had ebooks on here too. I have like a couple of stuff on here. Yeah. It was like I was very proud of this site.
But listen, you did something that was key. You got started, right? because where you are now, you wouldn't have gotten there if you didn't start, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we shouldn't be so critical of ourselves when we first start, because we only know what we know.
Yeah.
We take as much free advice and help that we can get to get started, because what's inside of me has to come out. I'm trying to be obedient.
Yeah.
And so through your obedience, you created this website. It was something. It's okay.
It was something. It was a starting point. I was just like to get started. And then having that conversation, I had a set of goal. I think Coach did Coach have a her mid-year vision board party thing that we had. So I said, you know what, I put November 8th, I was going to do a rebrand, a relaunch.
I remember.
So, and then I was on my thing because of my spiritual birthday. I'm going to do there. So I had like a checklist of things that I need to get done. I need new pictures. I need all of these different stuff. And then through that, and I needed to, and one of the things was talk to Abby W. That was one of the things too, because I don't know why, but I needed it. So I did talk to her. I got into the Amazon Accelerator program, and that really helped me craft my story. You know, and then figure out who is my market, you know, and even then, and I was still able to launch because I went to GovCon. I needed new pictures, so I went to GovCon.
Yeah,
those pictures came in right on time.
Baby, them pictures right on time, honey. GovCon in Atlanta.
Yes, right on time. And I know I needed new pictures. I know I needed a new message. I know I need to redo a whole different brand kit. Because, and then how I'm gonna, because but the key part for rebranding was my message, was how I want to, what I'm trying to communicate, and then I have to figure out who am I talking to, my target market, and then what do they want to see, you know, and how do I want to portray them? So how do I want to feel, and then going into how do I want to balance that point, that also. And even my site that you have, that site, after I did it, yeah, even if I did it, the one that I have now was not the one that came up. I had one that's before that. I was it was not bad. It was good. Connie helped me with that. It was a good launching pad. I invested.
You invested.
I invested in another small business.
Right.
And I think Abby W was the one who referred her to me. She said, tell them. And now me and Connie are like good friends. She like, I'm going to help you. And
thank you, Abby.
Yes. So she was a launching pad. I'm giving her flowers tonight.
Yes.
For all of that, because she really launched up, but it was more than just the color, because I said, I love the pink. I was like, oh, it's soft, it's pink. And it was like, that's not my site today, you know. My site is it, but it doesn't.
No site today. Let's go ahead and transition, right? Let's go ahead and show what it is today. Now, while you get that up, because I know it may take you a minute. You have them tabs, right? If you're not a business owner, if you don't have multiple tabs open.
I probably do. I have to hide them.
It's Friday. I should be at least narrowing it down about 20 tabs. But the good thing that you said was you've invested, and so when we get started, again, we only know what we know. There's always room for growth, right? And so don't be embarrassed by humble beginnings, right? That's why it's important. And as you go through this entrepreneur, small, or just business realm, you will find your community that you feel comfortable being in. You'll get feedback. You'll get great insight. Baby, you even get some services for free, the free 99, because people love you and they care about you. Now, don't go around trying to get services for free, trying to be everybody's friend and get free services, because people can read energy, right? Yeah. Your energy speaks before you open up your mouth. So just remember that, right? In any case of scenario. So if you come in there with ill intentions, people feel that, see that, and can identify that before you even open up your mouth, right? Yeah. So be true to who you are and what your intentions are. If you need help, because we all need help. I still need help. Marlene still needs help. Yep. And we're not so embarrassed at all to say we need help, right?
Because and when you're saying that, is like you have to find people who have the area of genius that you don't have.
Correct. And that's that's where you invest. Let's go see this new website. Woo, girl.
Can I make it smaller? I'm just going to scroll down. and it's going through different iterations. You know, I know this is
Come
really
on, animations.
you know, and I'm like, and I'm going to go through each different like the about us, where we have our about me, about my team. I need to probably update that about the team. My team have more people now, so I have to like change that around. But when like the workshop part, if y'all want more about this branding, we have another workshop coming up that's going to go more deeper into branding, the power of branding. And I'm hoping to have the podcasting for business and the cyber one by the after GovCon. Those going to have to be after GovCon. There's a workshop going to come out. So if you're interested in those, let me know. I think I probably should have a waiting list right here. I should put a waiting list right there for this one. But this is the mentoring. This is like right here is a different iteration. If you want to join the mentoring group, you can. This live is not about that, but you have to join the waiting list because we're closed right now. But you can always join the waiting list. And
we closed, but honey, I'm in there. Okay, so
we are closed, but you still are able to join the waiting list. So when it's open, we will let you know, and you'll be the first to know that. But even here, we have like different services that we're offering. We just added like 3 different services about branding, about social media management. This one right here, I'm gonna be teaching a class on this one, what this is all about. But this one right here, if you want to get like a summary of a RFP, we know how to do that really quickly. It's our thing. But we have it's different. It's a different feel. It's a different vibe. It's a different touch point. I actually just got an intern, and her job is just to make sure that all the touch points on here is good for all my the customer experience. Mm-hmm. So it's like whatever touch point, when you're logging in, when you are going through a service, to make sure that we are, you're getting the experience that we want you to feel. So I had to really work on my values. So, and the values that I have internally and the values that I want externally. And that really helped a lot. So it's like all these, just a balance of it. So I kept most of the colors that I had on my brand kit before. It's just that it was a different balance of it. I think my sister was saying like there's a balance of how you use your colors, but it's beyond that. It's how you want your customers to feel when they come to your site, when they talk to you, when they receive communication from you. And when you're online, how do you want to show up?
Yes.
So I know Abby's still working on that. We're getting you there. Don't worry. We're getting you there.
One day she make the GovCon.
Yes. One day, I'm believing. I want to see you in person, Abby. I want to see you in person.
Abby needs to come, and she needs to set her side like to like for every day that she's there at GovCon. She needs to be able to do one-on-one sessions, at least 3 30-minute one-on-one sessions after like the GovCon day is over, because there's many of us who will line up and just want to speak with her to get the blessings that she has to give out. Because and we'll get it in person too. Okay, so I just gave you a whole strategy, Abby. Like, open up your calendar whenever you come to GovCon. You got like 3 to 4 sessions after the sessions are over for the day, and can help the people.
That's in person and get that spiritual touch right there too. That'll be a good webinar to do on that too. That'll be a good after the GovCon webinar. How people say what.
Right. So from your first website to now, what are some like key transitional things that you had to either accept, and that you had to also let go in order to get to where you are right now? Because there are transformative moments in between.
I had to let go that I can't do everything, and to find someone else that can but trust people's wisdom in what they're saying. Because my mind, I want to do everything at the same time. I'm there thinking of it, but and I have to remember that it's not about me. It's really not about me. It's really not about me. It's about my customer experience. I'm in the business of solving a problem, and like, how can I solve the problem that my client or that my target market need, and who are the ones that have the skills that are able to help me get there, because I can't do it myself. You know, we as bosses and especially as creatives, I'm a creative. We think we can do it all.
Yes.
We
And
think we can do it all.
in the beginning, you do it all.
Yeah.
And then I think once like for me, I know, and a lot of our other business friends in the community, once we kind of get fed up with like, I don't like to redo my website often. Like it just drives me crazy. So then you naturally, the energy that you need to fill that cup,
Yeah.
you start looking for someone who does websites, and you observe them for some time. Listen, y'all, don't anybody that says that they do websites, honey. We need to see proof of concept.
Yeah.
We need to see reviews. We need to see what you do, especially with things that are in the thank you, Abby. You know, we have to see proof of things because there's so many different things going on, good and bad, right? And oftentimes people who do great work do get overshadowed or overlooked. But like me, I am an observer. Like I know people like believe that I'm upfront a lot. I'm strategically upfront, but I'm a big observer. And so I will observe someone's work for months. You know, I know usually it takes people like 7 touch points before they know, like, and trust you. For me, because I have such a big wall of trust that's up, it takes me months. It takes me months, right? And so I'm not so quick to just jump into a service, but I observe their work ethic, how consistent they show up, how they interact with other people. That's very important. And so after so much time, I learned that I need to invest in someone who does website design. I need to invest in someone who does graphic design, branding, someone who can help me curate my story, someone that I could talk to help make sure that my own traumas are not getting in the way of me serving other people, right?
Yeah, that's so true.
That self aspect, right? It's not just about what you produce with your hands and with your mind, but also you are also responsible with the energies, with the people that you interact with, right? And so if anyone's going to have control of the situation, it's going to be me. Not to be controlling, but I understand who I am and what I bring to the table.
Yes.
And I leave that imprint when I walk away, so that my name can continually to be talked about, preferably positively, right? In rooms when I'm not there, right? But that self aspect goes far and wide. A lot of times we suffer with many different silent, I call them silent bullies.
We're bullies ourselves sometimes too, because that's where the imposter syndrome comes in.
Exactly.
A lot. So it's like, yep, you're right. You're right about that. Oh, and right now, like I'm looking at it. Okay, I'm looking at one of my teammates on the site right now. Like, okay, what they're doing? But this is what I like about having people on your team, because they see what you're doing, and when you have people on your team, the first thing is making sure they understand and can catch your vision.
Correct.
So if they don't catch your vision, or they're not doing things the way you're doing, and then you did not communicate your vision, your mission, your values, your brand to them, and they can't capture it. And and being able to, and then that's a whole leadership thing right there, point there, where you need to go back and say, okay, let's do this over again. Let's spend some time getting to know each other, getting to know me, because my team usually I had them interview me. Ask me questions, and ask me the hard questions, because they put in the mindset of, okay, this is what my clients are asking too, and that's what they want. They want to know who I am, because some people say, okay, I need to get the perfect logo. Child, the perfect logo, your face is the logo. Your character is the logo. If you think of Apple has a lot of iterations of their logos. So you need to understand, okay, don't get stuck on the logo. It's beyond that. It's how you make your customer feel, and how they see you to the world, how they see you in the world. And especially in the government contract arena, if you're on LinkedIn, how you show up on LinkedIn? How are you showing up? Because they want to see, are you active? Do you really do what you say you're going to do? Are you actually doing that? And they're following, and they might not be putting anything there, but if you have the reason I know that is because when you have the premium version, you can see who is following you, what category they fall under, if they're in government or not. So it's like, okay, they're looking.
Listen, it's just not LinkedIn. Many of the business accounts on social media, we can see who's looking at our stuff. So some of y'all trying to be sneaky and look, and especially your haters, baby, they be in there. It's like, I don't even talk to y'all, but they be there, right? We're not here for them, but we can see so many different touch points, people interacting with us, whether you say something or not. We can absolutely see, your interests or anything that you have touched coming back to us. So it's very important how your messaging comes out, so that you are not just attracting the right people, but that you're speaking their language so they can also speak back to you.
If any of y'all have any question about branding, this would be a good time to put the questions in the chat, because I think we did a webinar last time and we had a couple of questions that popped up. So I was like, I was going to address a couple of those questions.
Okay.
And some of the answer might be, it'll be in the webinar next Friday. It'll be in the webinar.
Yeah.
So you can come on to the webinar, but the webinar that we're having is like a beginning stages of branding to what it looks like and going a little bit more deeper. And then we have, just know what we have an offer for you. So those who come at the end, just know, okay, I'm going to have an offer for you. If you want to take it, go ahead. But we want to show you what we have, give you some little hands-on. But the last one I did, the last one I did, it's going to be a little bit different. So we're going to go a little bit more in depth. And it's a 45 minutes seminar. I talk for 30 minutes. And then the rest of the time I'm showing you stuff. I'm answering your questions. If that's the question you want to, if you have any questions about branding, I let me know in the chat, and I will let you know. I know I got one other question I got is, why is branding good for me?
Woo! This your lane, baby. Take up the screen. This your lane.
Why is branding good for me? Why not? It's like, but when I think of branding, people say, I need to work on my marketing. I would say, I'll push back and say, you need to work on your branding, because it is your message. It is who you are. It is who your business is. So why is it good? People will see you. You need people to like, know, and trust you. Why not is good. You if they don't know you, that's me. I need to learn all about branding. Yes. So yeah. So I was like, if you're going into branding, like I thinking, if you think about it, when you think of brands in the past, I think of cattles. When they used to put that brand on the cattle, it tells you who it belongs to, who that cattle belongs to. Branding is still the same thing. When you see a little check swoosh going up, what when you hear that swoosh, or just do it, you think of Nike, the apple with a bite in it, the Apple thing. Apple have this whole thing now, Apple versus Android. It becomes a culture.
Team Android all day, baby. Okay.
Yeah, Team Apple. I'm Team Apple.
Team Android.
And we're friends.
You all can't be perfect, but it's okay.
You have to have friends who are different than you. So, but the same thing with branding is like I can say one phrase or I can show you one item and you will know who it belonged to. If I say Meta, you think of Mark Zuckerberg or Facebook. They had to, when they changed from Facebook to Meta, not everybody saying Meta now, but they had to be strategic and because everybody knew Facebook. Like, what do you mean by Meta? That was a whole big pushback. People like, what? What do you mean Meta? But they had to work on the story, crafting the messages, because people had a feeling about that. Okay, well, Abby says she has a question. Please be honest. Can you tell me what to do with my logo and my brand? I need to see a logo. Oh, you mean we have to
put your website in the chat if you don't mind, Abby.
Yeah.
Marlene's don't get. I don't do none of that. That ain't my specialty, honey.
Well, but I have a team that we work together. I'm more of the strategic crafting the story, giving you clarity and direction, and then I can give you a few thing about your logo. But I know with one thing I do like about logo is to keep it simple. Less is more.
Mm-hmm.
Less is more. If you're not trying to tell a story with your logo.
Mm-hmm.
I had people who had different things in their logo and then when it gets so tiny, if you look at the icons on your phone and you look at the icons on your screen right now, they're very tiny, but you can tell what their logo is. You can tell who it belongs to. Like StreamYard, it has a duck with a headphones on it. You can with an S on it. You can from afar you can tell, okay, that's StreamYard.
Yep.
Nike has a little check. McDonald's, golden arches.
Yep.
So you want to keep it simple. I would not get too caught up on it. I'm trying to see, or just go on your Facebook. Let me see it. Let's go on your Facebook to see. I don't want to pull it up right there, but I think you want to keep your logo simple. And one of the thing that we're offering right now is like, we have a logo, a couple of graphic designers on our team. One of them does just strictly logos. And there's research behind it and how it makes people feel. If you want a logo, like even look at Google logo, very simple with the colors. You can tell who is Google. It's nothing complicated with extra stuff in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go to Facebook. If you find it before me, let me know. I'm trying to. Have 1,000,001 tabs open.
Now I gotta.
I think I'm on Facebook right now. It says Abby. Let's look at your logo. Let's see. Is it the one with the US? No, I don't think this is the one.
One thing I remember last year I did I was teaching the kids in the gifted and talented group at one of the schools here. We talked about logos and colors and different things like that, and they were like, they have never seen like it grouped together and how they make it feel and stuff like that. And so of course when we got to the luxury brands are black, white,
simple.
There are no colors. Okay. They are very simple, clean edges, not too much going on at all. Generally speaking, a symbol like Nike, a symbol, or like a monogram, like letters, very, very,
very simple. I'm trying to see. I found this right here. I don't know. This is the logo. This is the logo you're trying to talk about? The Axis app. Is that the logo you're talking about?
Is that trademarked? Is that SM? I don't know what that is. I can't read. It's too small.
Is a registered service mark. So I don't know. Is that the logo that you're looking at? Yes. Okay. I think from far I can see it. I know it's a word. That too. I'll probably think about it a little bit. What do you think? I'm looking at it right now. I'm looking at it right now, and I was like, okay. It is. I can't go back. I need to make it bigger. All right, there we go. I'm trying to make this bigger on my side so I can see it. All right. But I think it's already registered, so I don't know if I can't see. If you're talking, I won't be able to see. I'm just trying to see the presentation. I don't hate it because I think from far I can find it, but I know there might be but when it gets very tiny, it might be very hard to read. So you might need a different submarks for that. I'm just learning new words now lately.
Go ahead, girl.
The submarks like that too. So so you can have and then with the logo, you can have different iterations of your logo. It doesn't have to just be this one. So that can be one option, and then you have multiple different one. And I don't mind sharing. I'll share my brand kit. Show you how I have on Canva. I'll show the whole people, our brand kit. And so can I open it with just the brand kit? I probably could do that.
Oh, SM stands for service mark.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna stop sharing.
I'm learning.
Yeah. So I'm trying to get the brand again. Is I need to cut back on how much how much thing I have on here.
Which
And
you we're about to get into business bestie mode in a minute.
look at this, right? So this is my brand have different iteration of the logo. I know it's small. I don't know if it's small, but I'm just trying to go. This is what because in in Canva you're able to have a brand kit. So we have different version of it. So when we have something that's very small, the butterfly is our main symbol. But can I open this up? I might have to go to the side of it. I'm trying to see if I can go where I open. I'm gonna create a design because I can see it better so you can see. Let's do this right here so I can open it up on this side so you can see. Oh, let's change the sizing.
I can't see if you're doing something.
Share this tab instead.
Okay.
Okay. I'm trying to resize it so it can be a little bit bigger. Let's do a square post resize. All right, so I'm gonna go in my brand kit, so you can see. I'm just trying to make it to you can see. This is like one of the version of our logo that we have. So it's yeah. So then after and then we have this version also, but it's like we have one. So if it's on a black, this is like okay. If it's on a white surface, you know how it would look, but you have different colors of it too. So you might have to because this one is like was specifically designed with a graphic designer. Mm-hmm. I had this one, so this one I can copyright. The one I had before I couldn't copyright, but this one right here is the main. Can I see it? No, is it this one? Let's do this one. This one's the main logo. It has everything on it, but I don't. If you look at the other stuff, it doesn't have it on all of them. So you can have different version of your logo, but you use it for different things. So if you see right here on the corner right here, I have my logo in here. This version of that logo is really hard to read.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So you want something that here I probably should have put like what is it, the old one, the butterfly one. So I can, okay, that is my brand.
Right.
That's it. So Nike, and if you look at other organizations, let me stop sharing. You would see that they would have different version of their brand because McDonald's have the word McDonald's and then they have the arches and they have other versions of it. So so it's okay to have that version and say, okay, you know what, I'm going to have something else, maybe an A, the because acts a sap, maybe an A and a P together, and it makes it another combination of it, but it represents who you are. So that one would be more of like a one-on-one, so we can figure out what iteration you need for that, and they have to do research to see which one would be the best fit for your industry, right? Because there's sometimes industry specific too. Does Abby end up on how Abby end up on I sent so we send. Are you ready? Do you want to come on the live too, Lauren? We'll send the link. If you're ready, we can talk we're talking branding.
I was trying to pull up my my thing. If this is not the right one. Actually, I'm gonna go on this one.
Lauren said, "How you got on the live?"
There are like in my limited knowledge, but I've taken some classes to understand branding a little bit more. I feel like there are certain elements, especially in business, that you should kind of just have a beginner's understanding of it. We don't necessarily have to do it, but having an understanding of it sometimes does help. And what I love about Marlene's logo is, regardless pretty much of what logo version that you see, you'll always see the butterfly. And so she is easily identifiable by that butterfly. And that butterfly is hers, it's customized. She had a graphic designer make that. And so we can identify whether she has it in the circle, whether she has her Inoram creative with the whole thing together, or
we have our slogan with it,
slogan with it, whatever, we'll identify that is Marlene's business. Okay. And it's something eye-catching and easy to remember. Now, you don't necessarily have to have like a symbol like Marlene has a butterfly. I don't think mine doesn't have a logo.
You don't necessarily have to have a symbol. You don't
But
necessarily have a symbol.
I'm gonna change mine up. I have someone who I've been watching for months, and I want her to rebrand my logo to be a little bit more on that um, professional but edgy side a little bit. So she's gonna,
Lauren, I sent you the link on our chat. So if you want to hop on.
Right. And then, yes, and now this is where Lauren comes into play, right? Because like Marlene has her own butterfly version. Nobody else should have that. Marlene should either what? I'll leave that for Lauren.
Lauren will tell me what I need to do. We're working on that because that's a whole nother thing right there too. Because even the name, the images, because I couldn't use the one for Canva. So the original one, I just did something with Canva, put it there. Here's Lauren coming in. Are you ready, Lauren? You ready? I'm gonna put you on. Here's Lauren. She can get hey Lauren.
Hey Lauren.
Hey Lauren.
Hey.
So yeah, so I know. I had a consultation with Lauren began part of her mentorship. She told me these need to be protected. All this need to be protected.
Listen, don't even speak yet, Lauren, because what Lauren will do is she'd be like, she's very nice, like she's cool, calm, collective, right? And she'll let you do your whole spiel. She'll like, okay, so what do you do? And she's just listening, and her brain is going copyright, patent, She's all over the USPTO, baby. She is like, you need to do this and this and white label that. And I'm like, Lauren.
Y'all know I'm a little late because I just finished the consult and that exact thing happened. And exactly. Thankfully, she was referred to me by a group of friends and colleagues that helped bring me into the business world. So she was ready because I was like, oh, so when this happens, so we're going to that's going to be another stream of revenue. We're going to use that. We're going to do that. We're going to protect that. She was ready though. But that, the right lawyer is going to help you monetize your business, not just cost you money in your business.
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly. So it's like, with my logo, I have to like trademark that or copyright that. What? No, that's copyright for. I'm still learning. That's your lane.
That's her lane, baby. We stay in our own lanes over here.
We want to trademark that, our branding, our logo, which the new logo, I'm sorry, I'm never even giving you kudos because when we met, you were in the process of redoing it and you never even came back to me. She was, I done terrified her. She didn't even come back. But it looks amazing. Honestly, I love the new branding. It is clean, it is sleek, it is elegant, it's unique, and it as Abby was saying, it speaks to who you are. When we see it, we do. So how do you put it on your screen, Abby? Or is it just a part of the branding for the show and she just happens to be in that corner?
She happened to be in the corner.
Got you. I'm like, how she get a logo on her screen? This is nice.
And even that one, like right now, I think slowly, but we're slowly going through the site, changing all the old logos to the new one. So even right now, that one is the old one, and I can tell is the old one. There's certain marks on there, and the person who designed it for me, we have hidden stuff in it. So if you can say, "Oh, I didn't know," we can tell we have.
This is good. Hold on, baby, that's good because we didn't even talk about that on our call. Because baby, that's good. That's next level. It gives it double meaning. So even if it was considered general, if you describe that and tell that could be one of the ways to overcome an objection for your trademark is hidden meaning. So even with Amazon, right? Amazon wasn't associated with books. They weren't really having an issue with that, but they have double entendres, double meanings within their meaning, right? Like we all know in the Amazon logo, there's like, actually somebody who told me to, but they didn't even give it to me, right? I went to a trademark training and they was like, yeah, I mean, it's that too. But like the line underneath, I was told it's a smile. Mm-hmm. And it is a smile, but not exactly a smile. So from Amazon, it's there to get you from A to Z. And so the arrow is going from A to Z, which is a double entendre in their meaning, which it was able to help in the successful processing of their trademark. Boom, boom. Fun trademark of the day. Why are you looking like this, Abby? Why are you looking like that?
I'm just amazed from A to Z.
Now I get it.
We would never. I know, but you look at that little. It's from A to Z.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Listen, keep you a good little nerdy trademark attorney on your team. That be I just be nerding out about all these facts.
W just said hi to you, Esquire.
Yes, Esquire the house. Wow. I'm looking at my phone right now to look at it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the logo. I know.
Yeah. That's a good. So that's really good. So we're coming on there. Like, okay, what's the other question that they asked me? Let's see.
That's very intentional.
Yes, that's very
Big
intentional.
business is very intentional. Don't
Yeah.
think that they doing things on random or whatever. First, they got too much money to be random.
Yeah. Yeah. And then also this is why where when you're talking to a graphic designer who's actually a logo specialist or whatever, that's where research come into play. So when they charge you for research, you need to pay the price for research. Some people say, I'll pay $100 for my logo. I'm like, no, we'll do our research and okay, here's why it's this way, and all the different ways you want to be able to put it all in there. So yep, there's a whole double meaning for that. Another question someone asks is, how do you find your target market? How do you reach your target market? How do you reach your target market? Yeah. So I'll let y'all go. We want to go first. Or want me to talk about that a little bit?
Well, I will talk about more so the organic side. Mm-hmm. When you're putting out your messaging, your post, I wouldn't even say ads. When you're promoting your business, putting it out there, who you think you're going to serve generally is not the people you end up serving. Mm-hmm. So you can really target in two ways. Target where you have a specific group you're intentionally trying to target, and so you formulate everything to target them, right? Mm-hmm. However, there's the other side of it where it's more organic, where I'm trying to target teens, but I'm getting more so young adults. And for me, if the young adults is paying, baby, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. Our language is going to switch up just a little bit to better possibly accommodate the young adults, or we'll just switch up our complete avatar altogether and say we serve young adults, right? Mm-hmm. Some people do get caught up with the fact of my goal was to serve teens. However, you end up serving young adults. And it depends, but where I am in business, I'm serving a group of people, and if honestly what I'm offering is more geared and is more acceptable to the young adults, then I serve the young adults. Mm-hmm. I'm not so pressed to be upset that I'm not serving the teens, right? I'm serving somebody, right? Because remember, we always serve one person. So I'm serving somebody. It may not be who I ideally wanted to initially, but somebody is getting blessed, through my services and what I have to offer. And that's where, we talk about our good old doctor, right? In GovCon, you got to remove emotions from it, right? Because at the end of the day, people have problems, and as business owners, we help them solve those problems. It is as simple as that. Yeah. That is my spiel on it. You can do it organically, or you can do it more so very targeted. But I mean, either is fine. I like to go the more organic route because I don't want to change what I'm already doing. I just can know now better who I'm talking to. You fine tune it, but you have to have things on the background over time that pull your analytics, your data that shows this is more for these people, and this is what they like, and this is when they're online, and this is when they buy. Like the people may not buy on weekends. People may only buy on certain holidays. So you might want to give them like a pre-holiday sale. You know what I'm saying? Like those are certain things that you get to learn about your audience. You eventually get to implement in your business. But your friends and family are not it. Let's go ahead and get them out the way, right? Your friends and family are not it. Friends and family are there for vacations and holidays, honey, okay? Yeah. Lead them in their place. Friends and families cannot meet you over in the business realm because you are still who they know you to be. Yeah. So, no, they will not hand out your flyers. No, they cannot bring their products to work. I'm sorry.
You can't sell. At first I think I'm gonna sell to my family. Right now, it's like when my family come and say, "Hey, can I buy your services?" I'm like, I will talk to your family, or I'll refer you to somebody else who does the same thing that I do. That's not family. Because I'm just like they're not my target audience, and they're gonna give me because I remember when you were in diapers. Like, no, I don't need you to know me that personally. But I think I was seeing LaDonna was saying, can we see her thing? For some reason I can't see those who are on Facebook. So I told them if they want to hop onto YouTube, they can hop onto the YouTube and we'll see their comment on the YouTube side. I don't know why it's not showing the one under but I post a link in there. But what I was going to say for finding your target on what you're saying is all good. But I know for me, it comes with, once you know your message and you can craft your message and you figure out what are the, you create your customer avatar, what is their pain point and what platform they're on. And then you can speak to them. Some people try to speak about what you have to offer, speak to what problems they have and how you can solve it. So you want to be that solution to that person. So if you're figuring out how to find your target market, you need to figure out it goes back to what is your message? Who are you trying to talk to? I think I'm part with the Virginia Chamber of Commerce. We're doing our business plan now. And one part they were talking about is doing market research, and that's part of market research. The U.S. Census have research for businesses. You can go and see that. But I like listening to people. I intentionally go into groups, listen to the question, listen to the conversation, listen to the questions that are being asked. If there's a replay, if I can get a transcript, get the transcript and figure out what other questions are and pose other questions and let people talk. And when they talk, listen.
Yeah.
And when they're listening, be that solution. As a business owner, you need to be in the business of solving a problem. That's why you come in. So you had a business, there's a problem, you know how to solve it, here is the answer. So once you can communicate that with that person, then you'll be able to find your target market. Sometimes you might think, oh, I want to go after these people. They might not be your target market.
They don't like you. I'm just going to say it right now. They don't like you and they ain't buying what you have to offer, baby. Been there, done that. Don't get in your feelings though. Yeah. Because what you have to offer will be purchased. You just ain't found. You just don't know who they are.
Yeah.
But it's not who you think they are. But I think key, Marlene, one of my marketing mentors, her main thing is you sell by listening, you sell by listening, you sell by listening. She said it 3 times. Yeah. You sell by listening. Let the people talk and tell you what they are struggling with. What is their problems? You don't identify their problems, right? Because we're not counselors, right? And even in being a counselor or a therapist, right? They still have a protocol which they have to go through. They already know what your problems are. They giving you time to figure it out, right? But on the flip side in the business, we let the people talk. Okay, that's your problem. Okay, so how does that make you feel? Now, so how would you like someone to like help you out with that? What does that look like? Because when people are in pain, when people are in moments of distress, they'll talk, and they're extremely honest. They are triggered. They need help, right? Without saying help, but they are extremely honest, and you utilize that as your data points to know how to better talk with them.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's like services and stuff like that I've offered because of that. Some services I take off the website. Like, they don't need this.
Yep.
Or I don't want to do this anymore, because it's not worth it. But another thing that I also do is research. And besides research, I read audiobooks and regular books. I always say one of the major books that really was also a springboard I've been reading on anything that's marketing is Start With Why. There's a book that's called Start With Why, and I can drop the link in the chat later on. But starting with why, I listened to that book. I'm reading through it. It change your mindset and when you're talking with that person. So once you can identify the why of your business and that deeper reason why you do it, and you're able to communicate that, you're able to find, okay, what's their why? What's their pain point? How their value match with yours? Like, I fly Southwest. The reason why I feel like at home, but they have a culture that way because they have their why. And the reason why you go, I'm team iPhone. I think me and Lauren are team iPhone.
Bad. Ain't no other way. Hey, Apple everything over here. We got the watch. Oh, I'm on the computer, iPad right here. We ain't no other way.
But if you look at the culture behind Apple, there's a whole experience. They market it as an experience to the customer. Everything that they do, the way they form it. It's not saying that it's better than Android. I'm not saying that, because I have my brother who he has an iPhone and Android. I had to get a second phone, which was Android too. I'm still trying to get it. It's not my primary phone, But my team iPhone is team iPhone, but it is how you want them to make you feel. So, and how they make you feel. So you have to look at that. It's beyond just the colors. It's how do you feel? How do your customer feel once they are in your sphere of influence?
You just said something that made me think about something. I'm literally about to change my target audience, and I'm going to target iPhone users because y'all are consumers, right?
That's true.
And mimic Apple's approach. Get y'all a 3-piece. I know y'all love your little watch and iPads and MacBooks and whatever version of phone that y'all get a new one every year. I need to go ahead and mimic that.
I don't know about getting one every year. I try to hold on to my iPhone as long as possible, and they're like, okay, you need a new one, and the one that you want is no longer available, so you're gonna have to go with a newer one. I think I just have the XR, and then like, okay, I think their 15 is coming out soon, so it's like, I don't know, but I have to. But the good thing about it is whenever I have to transition over, oh goodness, I am. Can you see me? Hello.
Mm-hmm. We can see you.
No, because I have too much tabs open.
She lost on her own.
I don't know where she is.
Yeah, I was trying to upload something to share with you guys. But one thing about transition from iPhone is I can transition from one device to another and not lose a beat.
Seamlessly.
I can work on my laptop.
We can do the same.
Move to my phone, then move to my iPad. And then I can copy from my phone to my computer, and then continue. It's like, okay, I'm just my mini. I have all my ecosystem right here.
You know what's wild? I didn't know about the copy and paste on a different device until accidentally it happened a few months ago. I was like doing something on my phone and I was so like in focus on it that what I didn't realize is that when I copied it from the phone, and I thought I was pasting it on the phone still, but I turned and pasted it on the computer, and I was like, wait, I was gonna paste it in a note to like pull up on my computer and get it from there. I was adding a whole extra step, girl, and then I was like, I did not copy that from my computer. Didn't hit, and then I just kept trying to say, somebody didn't tell me about this feature, but it's actually great. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's a great
feature. Really quick, because y'all had a whole back and forth about the branding. And I said, I ain't know nothing about it. And then I put myself on mute and then y'all went wild with it. I did have something. I actually heard it in a live this week from one of my attorney coaches that I follow. I'm in her group. And she teaches about how to attract your ideal client, right? Which is marketing. And I hate marketing. I need it. It's wonderful. It's not my lane. I don't process and understand it. It's weird to me. I don't get it. But one of the things.
Somebody.
Oh, girl, yeah, for sure. Outsource. We listen. We gonna do it. We gotta get done. I just got to outsource it. I'm gonna know the basics so I could know what I'm hiring for, what I need, and make sure I ain't getting scammed. But that's about it. You got it from here. One of the things that she's mentioned was kind of what Abby was saying. Listen. But she said, in particular, find your ideal client, right? Who you think they are, and go and talk to them, interview them. And ask them about what they need, what they're willing to pay for it, things. And you do that and you establish your avatar from there, right? But even more importantly, you have to remain open from what they are explaining to you and telling you, because you might not want to receive that, right? And then that's when you end up in a market where you aren't making sales, people aren't coming to you. So in regards to who your ideal client is, who they're talking to, if they tell you, oh, we don't really see the value in that, I wouldn't pay for that, you don't got no product. You have a service. And you have to be able to pivot and adjust to, well, what is it that you would pay for? What is it that you do need help with right now? Like, how can I help you today? Because all of us, every single one of us got a problem today that somebody else can solve today, that I'm going to be willing to fork up and give you the money for it to resolve and figure out for me and handle and do, right? Absolutely.
Yeah. And also when you're in this different community, you might be talking to the wrong person. Yeah, because I've been in different communities, and hearing their webinars and supporting them in different ways and just listening. And I said, okay, that's their pain point. That's what they're struggling with. And different people have different pain point, like different age of revenue. Are you doing a whole content thing right now, Abby?
All right, wait, do it for real so I can be cute. Okay. Down here, girl. Y'all see my Friday Dustin Texas
Let me see you on.
Okay. Go ahead, y'all. I was listening. Y'all go ahead. Get my content, baby. Okay, everything's content. Okay?
Everything is content. Everything is content. I told you, everything is content. Even I need to have someone. I need an entourage that's following me everywhere that I'm going to show everything. You know, because even a real life of an entrepreneur, you have what you see, what the world sees. But then you see the reality behind the scenes. It's like, really? Yeah, there's like paper on this side. There's products on the floor. So, but you have, this is why with branding, you have to know, okay, what are you showing to people? Oh, you're live on Instagram. She live on Instagram, Lauren.
Oh my Lord.
Oh, my daddy doing. Hey, Dad. Everybody wave to my dad. He's in Ghana. Say, hey.
Hi, coming to visit you. I'm coming to visit you. You're like, who is that? Right. I really am coming to Ghana to visit you.
Oh, I just dragged Abby and Lauren on. I was like driving today, and I was thinking of Abby and Lauren when I was driving, and then Abby just called me like, "Wow, why did you do that? How did you do?"
Like I can't call her.
And hold on, while she called you, I'm pretty sure I was on the phone with her. Yeah, but I had put her on mute because somebody had called me, so I wasn't talking to her.
So this is what we have when you're part of the two-phone crew, the multiple phone crew.
We were FaceTiming, so I only got one phone now, girl. Thank God that two-phone crew is overrated. I'm trying to tell y'all. Listen, get you some organization in your life. We have a phone system now. Everything goes in this process. See that? Don't the business line go through there? Don't. But yeah, that was really funny because I actually heard her. She was like, "Hey, what you doing?" And I was like, oh, but I was my car ran a little long. Yeah. So we didn't get to it.
We've been on here a whole hour already, y'all.
That's a lot. And I didn't even answer a bunch of questions. Like no one have questions. I have a list of questions here because people put when people register for my events. We try to be very intentional of gathering data later on. Lately, we've been gathering data, and they ask questions. So I need to know what your questions are beforehand. Yeah. So it was. I think some of the questions are the same thing. The target market, more than just a color. Says, how does branding work, and what should I be doing in order to make a strong brand? I think we've been talking about that a lot, about making a strong brand. But one of the things is that you need to make sure you have people who are guiding you through that process, because it's not a one-day thing. It's not a one-day thing. It's a multiple process. I told you, I said I was going to do a rebrand last year, and I started that whole process. I think we've officially launched a new website in November, and then there's different iteration of it, and I'm still doing like working on my brand. So it's a slow process of like little by little doing things each step of the way. It's not okay, I'm gonna wait until everything is perfect and launch. I just launch, relaunch. How does it always be launching? Launch, and just do a new iteration, and grow from that too. I think even on my website, when I had my team come in, the homepage got redone. But when we were doing it, we had the original one, and then in the background we were building the new one. So once we had to where we want to, we just change it up. So when you saw my site in November, my target market, I was talking to military spouses and military entrepreneurs. Now I'm like, I am helping women who are fighting for their life in their business become more visible, become more productive, and take their brand to a new level. That's what I'm doing, because it's a whole different mindset shift. I'm like, okay, I guess this is what I'm doing now. From just helping military, says, hey, here's all the resources. I know, coach, like, the resource queen, are you asking for a resource? I can still find all the resource. I can still find all the resources that you need. But because I've been so focused on, I guess that's the whole thing. When you have when you like looking and you're in government, if you're going to go in government contract, you don't like researching, don't go in government contract. So we like researching. You know, I have a master's, so we did research. You know, but if you don't like researching and writing papers and reading papers and doing proposal, then that might be the wrong field for you. Don't go into government contracting if you don't like reading. I am just going to be real with you right now.
I mean, they can go into the field. They just gonna pay a lot of money for somebody else to do it. They can get done.
They can pay Abby. Pay Abby. She will do all the reading. She will do all the
my team. We will.
Yeah. The team will do it. The team will do it. Yeah.
So, all right, let's do one more question, and then we're gonna give people their time to time because it's Friday. Yes, this week go by so fast for me.
What y'all doing this weekend? Y'all going to the streets? Y'all going to the streets? Abby be going to the streets.
My husband is back in town, so I'm gonna enjoy that. I'm just kidding.
He's home. Yay!
Tomorrow also, but I had to share him with my mistress, the military. So this weekend.
Girl, I thought you. I was like, "Who's the mistress?" I thought you were like,
"Marlene, close live, and we ain't talking about that." What in this? Remember, I'm gonna go ahead and exit stage left myself.
Okay, I'm too much. I know I'm being too much. I'm gonna be good. Someone asked, "Is branding right for them?"
Branding is right for everybody.
Yeah,
it's required. You have to set yourself apart in a market that is very saturated. So branding is your messaging, your ideal client, it's who you are. And I'm sure I came on a little late, so I'm sure Marlene talked about that. Marketing and branding are different. Yes. Branding is required before you market because you don't know who you're marketing to unless we have a brand in place, and we can't just market anything. We have to have a brand that we are marketing for. So
that's really good. That's really good. That's really good. Thank you for saying that. You said what I said because people are like, "Oh, can you do my social media?" I'm like, okay, you have any branding? Okay, I'll put some random posts out there for you. I will.
Oh, yeah. Hi. So we should use something like this a part of our soft launch. Tell the people what we're working on, what we're doing, since all of our creative geniuses are here together. Anyway, reason being is because one of the freebies, a part of that some we working on is including the difference between branding and marketing. It's like the startup guide of like, the legal, the monetizing, the
we're working on something. Now they know who's working on something. I didn't tell anybody who I'm working with.
As far as I'm concerned, I don't know nothing. So I'm just here.
Yeah, I'm proud because I trained y'all well. Because I'd be like, stop talking, don't tell nobody nothing, don't do that. If it was a test, y'all passed. It wasn't a test though. I was asking for real, but y'all still passed.
Yeah. So we're probably gonna come on with like a little soft launch of that. But yeah, we're working on something that will help you get all of that. All of that.
We will help that.
That's why I got excited. We talking to our ideal clients. Hey.
Lord. Okay, it says, ladies, she had to hop up. Okay, no problem. Yep, yep, that's good. Bye, Abby.
Bye, Abby.
If there's no other questions, I'm just gonna know. I don't know if I think I plan another live again in the middle of the week, but this is all to say if you want to have more of a conversation on this, we're having a webinar next Friday, just going more into detail of that. You can be live, answer your questions, and you can see what is available to you, and to help you gain clarity. Because sometimes, you want someone to help you with this, but this is a deeper level. Okay, let me help you with this. Let's hold your hands. Mm-hmm. Let's give you the products that you need to do this, and let you get started. Because I'm not going to show everything all there. Because if I show my mentees, they know what I show them. They're like, they want my stuff. They want my stuff.
I do.
Abby is not ashamed to say, "Hey, can you give me a copy of this? Can I see this? Can I look at this?" And that's one of the major things that we're working on on top of like using AI. You know, me and Abby, we're all into the AI. We're trying to get Lauren into the other side, but she's more legal, so she help us with the legal part of AI. But yeah.
I'm open. I actually use AI in my firm through some softwares, and I'd be like, dang, I wish I could get what do you call it? I wish they be making good money and it'd be the simplest of tasks. And I'm like, dang, I wish I knew how to code and train and write AI, because I don't need to pay y'all for this. I could be doing this myself, but so we are. That's not how my brain works. So we are here. Yeah. But
I think there was a question that said, I think there was one more question, but I think was it Latoya's coming out for some of these questions I can't even see these questions on there. I know Latoya was on there, so I don't know. I'm probably gonna have next time I go live, it's gonna be only on YouTube then, because I can see the YouTube one, some of the Facebook one. I don't know which one of the Facebook one I'm seeing. I need to double check, but the other Facebook one, that's my person. I can't even see that. But Latoya said Latoya's there. You know, I was on there too. Gonna be there. Oh, my dad was on too. You know, I don't know what happened. So I guess I'm missing a lot of those comments. Yeah. All right. But anyway, so it says, I want to come with you, Lauren. I don't know where you want to come with Lauren. Where Lauren going? I said a lot of things. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what Latoya was talking about, but I don't know if I was talking about for GovCon. Were you going somewhere? Oh yeah, you're going to Ghana because you're going to Ghana.
Oh, I was like, where am I going? I am going to Ghana next year. Toya, we're gonna plan a trip.
Yes.
Abby is officially the host of this trip. By the way, I just have.
I didn't even know about this trip, so now I have to put my.
I think you did, because we told you we're going to Ghana to get our.
You what?
We ain't saying that part yet.
Okay. Well, we'll talk about this offline when I stop the live.
She over there just giggling.
Yeah. So yeah, I would love that. So I don't know. We'll see how to schedule. When we launch this thing, game changer for everybody. All right. Okay. Thank you all for coming on. I don't know when I'm going to be on for the next one. If you are going to be at the webinar, maybe I should put a webinar. I should put the webinar link in the chat. Absolutely. It's a free webinar. It's no charge for this one. It's exclusive webinar. You have to be in the house. I doubt we're going to have a replay. So please, I doubt we're going to have a replay at all. And I guess for those who are on the other side, I don't know if it'll pop up for your side, but I'll put it on this side too. For those who are on the other side, because some location it doesn't pop up. But if you're able to join us for this webinar, and I would love to see you answer your question, workshop your brand a little bit, and we go from there. All right, everybody, bye. Any last words?
Keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great, and it doesn't have to be perfect, but stay connected and. You'll get to where you need to get to. So, we'll try to do everything overnight. It will kill you.
You said it will kill you?
It can kill you being stressed out about making stuff right. Take your time. Just 1% better every day, y'all.
Exactly. Just do one thing at a time and move forward. Go ahead, Lauren. You have any last closing word?
Yes, this is great. I'm so proud of you. Honored to always be a part of it. And thank you for having me on.
All right, cool. I was going to have a different outro, but I'm going to put the ECS Turns 2 outro on there because we are still two. We still two. So I'm going to put some. We need some music. What is our music? Is this the music? Let me see. Is this the one? Yeah, I like it.
Music.
Is this one good? No. All right, bye guys.
Bye to your Friday like this. Okay.
All right.
Okay, Marlene.